Today we're going to talk about what should be included in a settlement agreement. A comprehensive settlement agreement should address key terms and provisions that outline the dispute, the resolution of the dispute, the obligations of the parties, and the process for implementing the agreement. There are many things that should be included in a settlement agreement, so we're going to discuss what is most important and most common to all settlement agreements. First, the settlement agreement must clearly identify the parties involved in the settlement agreement, including names, addresses, and contact information. Second, the settlement agreement should provide recitals which provide basically a background of information of the dispute, the parties' positions, and the intent to resolve the matter amicably through the settlement agreement. The settlement agreement should detail the specific terms and conditions of the settlement, including the agreement to resolve the dispute, release the claims, and mutual obligations. The settlement agreement should outline any financial terms of the settlement, including the amount of payment, a payment schedule, method of payment, and any conditions for payment. It should also contain a provision as to who is responsible for payment of each party's attorney's fees and costs. The settlement agreement often includes a confidentiality provision of the settlement terms and agreement restrictions on disclosure and non-disparagement clauses. The settlement agreement specifies the actions required by each party to comply with the settlement terms, the consequences for breaching these terms, and the procedures for enforcing the terms of the agreement. A good settlement agreement should include language releasing each party from any claims, liabilities, or legal action related to the dispute that are covered by the settlement. The settlement agreement should provide for mechanisms to resolve any disputes that may arise in the future related to the settlement agreement, such as mediation or arbitration. A good settlement agreement should specify the applicable law governing the interpretation and enforcement of the settlement agreement. And the settlement agreement requires signatures of all parties involved in the settlement to indicate their acceptance and agreement to be bound by the terms of the settlement. If you have any questions regarding the complexities of a settlement agreement, contact Legal Counsel PA. Have questions? We have answers.